celebrating diversity and culture. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Randall. And it's MP in at the point guard. And with this core of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. It can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And he's good on the second. Here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. Randall right side. Shoots over KD. Randall with the bucket.
Anytime you get a look that good, it's a great trip.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by MP. And so MP will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. One of the toughest teams for certain this season. They've hit the 60-win mark.
And fantastic team play. They've been fairly fortunate with good health along the way, adapting to everything that's been thrown at them. This group is a top contender, no doubt, for a deep playoff run.
Reid with a screen on Booker. MP passes to Reid, and Reid throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. No good from Booker. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. McDaniels passes to Reid. Count the basket. Reid's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Durant against Randall. Rebound, Minnesota. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
KD passes to Booker. Shakes him. And the dunk by Booker.
Okay, Book, we see the bounce.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. MP, and MP throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Martin wide open, he fires. No good with the triple. Timberwolves leading by 5. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Jazz was a man on a mission. He dropped in 38 points and also was a factor on the glass, setting up his teammates a good amount of times as well. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Richards finds Booker over MP. Offensive rebound. From deep. Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got 7.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Pass to Reid. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Edwards, and again it's Minnesota.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to talk to his guys.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game,
Is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
Clark, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. On the court for Minnesota, Clark is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Naz Reid. Then it's MP. And it's Edwards in at the shooting guard position.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Here's Jones. Rebound, Minnesota. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Edwards finds MP. Reid with a screen for MP. Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
And it's Barnes at the elbow. Back to Jones. Reid with the block. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's MP. What a move, MP.
Making sure of that one, MP at ground zero.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against the Jazz in Delta Center. Jones in the post. MP's there. Edwards with it. Now Beal defending. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And he gets it to go. And it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Jones. A little over a month left in the regular season. Let's take a look at the top rookies as we break down the race for Rookie of the Year. You look at MP all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Yeah, at this point, he has separated himself from the pack. I don't know what more he could have done this year. It's been one amazing performance after another.
Reid with a screen on Booker. And again, it's Minnesota.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Booker against MP. Booker the pass to Barnes. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And providing the scoreboard they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Pick by Reid. Over in the corner, McDaniels. MP outside. Reid with a screen on Booker. MP converting the tough bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his teams. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board. And if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Beal finds KD. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. KD's got his second bucket of the night.
No hesitation from the swingman. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Pass to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. MP deciding where to go with it. Lets it fly from 18. The rebound by KD.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
They get the rebound. Here's Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
The drive by MP. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Timberwolves ahead, ending the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage.
And looking at the players of the month. And that's all for us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Martin, and it's Richards in at the 5, down low. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Reed with a screen for MP. Driving the lane, and MP throws it down.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
MP against Booker. Fires from way outside. Again, the miss by Booker.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Booker. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
A nice shot by Booker.
A much-needed bucket after clanking their first 4 shots.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Big group sub. Seven seconds left to play here in the third. And Beal puts up a deep 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Minnesota on top, running away with this one. And right after this, we'll bring you this. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his.
Just keep grinding. Keep getting stuff.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. MP out there with Dillingham. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Minot in at the 4-man position.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Dillingham with it. Gibson with the screen on Jones. MP passes to Gibson, and it's in there. Gibson's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the vision from MP? In the pick and roll, that's very encouraging to see.
Jones against MP. Here's Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Kicks it out to Gibson. Pass to Minot. MP outside. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Martin for three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Dillingham. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And here's Booker over Dillingham. Booker, no good. The drive by MP. And MP throws it down.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Into the lane, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Tyus Jones.
First one falls for Joe Ingles. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards, and so he makes both from the line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
To the paint, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
The assist.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Jones kicks to Beal. And here's Booker from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
MP, and he banks in the layup.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Booker in the post. Outside for Beal. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Pass to Dillingham. There's 1:38 left to play here in the 4th. Traps in the tray.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
No good from Gibson. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we have watched this team all season long play with such tenacity, with the wins piling up on the year. This will make it now 61 total.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Ingles finds MP. Gibson with the screen on Jones. And here's MP for three. It counts.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.